nature, Mother Nature, she's the greatest of all time, and we treat her like a fucking bitch. But what are you gonna do? But yeah, man, I live on a lake right now. I love being on the water. I love the trees, man. I literally moved to a lake. It's literally like my dream spot to live at. You know, I used to live with Fat Nick in the same room as him, in his mom's crib. We would literally sleep on the floor. We both had two little mattresses on the floor, and I would just sleep there. And now I got a little lake house, man. I'm just happy where I'm at now. And you know, going back to Mother Nature, you know, she made that. She made all that, you know, the trees and all that. But yeah, I like being outside, to be honest. I was pissed, man. I'm 24 years old, and I just realized that I love the water. And I'm from Miami, and I went to the beach a couple times as a kid, but like, just feeling like in the middle of the lake, you just kind of feel nothing, and it's just great, man. I love it. It's very peaceful. It's tranquility. It's blissful. Yeah, I love it. Shout out Mother Nature. We love you, Mother Nature. We're gonna try not to kill you anymore because the planet's getting pretty fucked up right now. Yo, MONTREALITY. I love you guys. You know, I don't do too many interviews, but for you guys, I hook it up every time. Y'all are real as fuck. Love you guys. The Sal got something to say. Go listen to that. And that's it. I love y'all. Yeah, I love being Iranian and I love being Cuban, man. Shout out to my dad. My dad is the one that gave me the Pouya name. You know, actually my grandpa is the one that gave me the Pouya name. You know, so I'm a Pouya, I'm a Iranian, and I'm a Cuban, bro. You know, a lot of people have the misconception, not that it matters, they think I'm like white, like from like Nebraska or some shit, or like they think I'm from fucking Minneapolis or some shit, motherfucker. My mom is the most Cuban lady you'll ever fucking meet. And my father is literally Iranian as fuck, dude. That's my mix. The only Farsi I speak is really the food. Like I said, gorma sabzi, masakhiyar. You know what I mean? I love me some taddy, you know. You know, shit. What else? Some kubide. You know. Dude, cartoon character. Honestly, SpongeBob, bro. That I just grew up watching SpongeBob so much, and it's just like he's the funniest guy ever. I just love him. Just fun, man. I used to watch SpongeBob before, like I was a kid. Before I would go to school, they would always play it in the morning. I was always late because like I would literally cry. I was so young. My mom would be like, "We gotta go. Like it's time to go to school," and I'd be like crying, "No, I want to finish the episode." Yeah, SpongeBob is that motherfucker, bro. There's just something about that show that just like made you feel good inside. Yeah, and I still watch SpongeBob to this day. First thing he represents is working hard. That motherfucker is obsessed with flipping burgers, bro. And that's a shit job, bro. Ain't nobody want to flip burgers. But that motherfucker, he's like, I'm ready. I'm gonna go flip these motherfucking burgers. He loves that shit. You know, shit, SpongeBob's just a good dude. SpongeBob never did nobody wrong, bro. Come on, bro. There's like 300 episodes. SpongeBob never did nobody dirty, bro. He's a real one. Yeah, man. That's really sad, man. He died of ALS. And he was fucking young, dude. He made SpongeBob when he was like 40, in his 40s, bro, which is unbelievable, bro. So that just goes to show he's a fucking role model, you know. Just don't give up, man. Like you could be 40 and come up. The fact that you can be 40 something and come up with SpongeBob and then it become what it is today is unbelievable. He's probably one of the most famous characters of all time. Unbelievable. Yo, honestly, the craziest video game era I ever remembered, bro, like that I can remember, is the fucking Halo era, bro. And I played Call of Duty, you know what I mean? And I played Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, you feel me? It's crazy, bro. I wish I could get that fucking feeling again, man. That era was unbelievable. Super Smash Brothers, the old ones. One thing I will say is that, okay, so my favorite video game of all time, by far, and anybody who knows me personally will know this, my favorite video game of all time is Super Smash Brothers. I literally bought the Nintendo Switch just for that game. I play it all the time. The Switch is literally in my bunk, in my bus. I fucking love it. I do miss being a kid, you know? Like just being naive to everything, naive to the cruel fucking world we live in, and just being able to just have fun, man, and like your parents take care of you, or your guardian take care of you, whoever's taking care of you, and it's just like you don't gotta worry about shit. Shit, that motherfucker should have told me about taxes, dog. Come on, now I'm out here paying taxes and shit. Being an adult is trash, bro. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That shit sucks, dude. You know, that shit's trash. Being a kid was just, you're a fucking kid, dude. You don't have any fucking obligations, no priorities. Like, your biggest priority is like, go have fun, you know. And yeah, it was great. Yeah, I definitely want to have kids, man. And, you know, I hope to have kids with my current girl, Coco. So, for sure, you know, I've been with her for a long time. She stuck with me since day one through all the bullshit. You know, she seemed to come up. She was with me when I wasn't shit. So, I definitely want to have some kids. I definitely want the Pouya bloodline to continue, for sure. Definitely want to have a couple of kids, not just one, because I don't want to have, like, a lonely child. I want to have a couple of boys, a couple of girls, for sure. As many kids as I can handle and give a good life to.
How did you guys meet? What's that story?
So I had a buddy named Peanut, and he just showed me this girl, you know, like, oh, it's my homegirl. I went to high school with her. And, you know, me being the fucking person I am, I'm like, damn, she's beautiful. I'm gonna go holla at her. So, you know, I tried to holla at her. She wasn't really having it. I'm like, yo, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Like on like Snapchat and shit. She wasn't really having it. I stay persistent, and I'm like, look, I'm trying to fuck with you. What's up? Let's chill. So she's like, all right, bet, let's chill. So like 4 months later, when I met her, you know, I put the little baby bone charm on, you know, sweet talked her a little bit, gave her some like nice little kisses on her neck and shit, and then, you know, she fell in love with the kid, and then fast forward 6 years later, we're together. So honestly, the fact that I could be so awkward with her is a good feeling, man. I'm able to like really, really, really be myself. Not saying that I'm not being myself now, but it's like I could really do things that I feel if other people saw would be embarrassing. You know, I could like make weird noises and like just do like funny shit, you know, and she thinks it's hilarious. So she thinks I'm like the funniest person ever. So like that bond's cool, man. And when you have somebody that's like, it's like imagine like how you would act in front of the mirror all alone in your house, you know, like, you know how motherfuckers getting before I take a shower and shit, like I take all my clothes off, you know, I'm naked and free, and I'm like in the mirror, like just looking at myself, talking to myself, like thinking thinking whatever I want to think, you know. You're completely free. You're not worried about any judgment, you know what I mean? I'm able to do that in front of her, and I think that's the best feeling ever, man. There's no better bond than that. So I'm just able to be free, man. Just if you find someone that lets you be free and makes you feel free, that's it right there, for sure. For sure. All right. Drowning in my misery, up to my neck with memories I don't feel like remembering. I feel like I'm not growing at all. Honestly, I kind of miss the neglect, cause nowadays everybody at my head for a check. I got addicted with the feeling of isolation. If I die, spit on my grave in hopes I'm not reincarnated, cause I'm exhausted and lost in the sauce, and I feel like my mind is faded. Throw up my set, then throw your shade. Tell me how much you hate me. When you put everything into a project, man, like I'm talking blood, sweat, tears, like actual tears. Like I fucking cried for this album. You know what I mean? Like, oh, dude, it's getting so much love. I mean, I've never felt this much love in my life, man, and it feels fucking good to feel loved. It feels so good to feel loved, man. I couldn't be happier, honestly. And the turnout is unbelievable, man. I have heard nobody say anything bad about this album. It's unbelievable. The feedback I'm getting is just something I couldn't even fucking imagine, because I was very nervous, because I did play with a lot of new sounds that I never played with, because I wanted to show people that like I'm not just this underground rapper, man. I'm more than that. I'm just me, and I'm whatever I want to be, and I'm whatever my sound is, whatever I want to sound like, you know. Next year I might sound like something completely different, but I promise you it's gonna be good, you know. You just gotta give shit a chance, man. I get it. I get the like, oh, I miss the old Pouya fans, but it's like I'm growing, man. I'm growing, and I just want to keep expanding and just keep getting better. Do I believe the planet is sad? I think so, man. Honestly, nah, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, man. I'm not sure what's going on. It might be in the sky, it might be in the stars, but, you know, we live in a depressed generation. We live in an anxious generation. We live in a sad generation, and unfortunately, I'm part of that generation. You know, fortunately and unfortunately, because I'm able to help other people. But you know, I really gotta help myself too, cause like I feel that, man. Depression is real, anxiety is real, sadness is real, and I'm not sure what's going on. I'm really not sure, but I'm gonna I'm gonna search for the answers, and if I find them, I'll share them with the world. But
We gotta do some healing for real.
yeah, for sure, bro. I need some self healing for real. To be honest, I've been too busy, man. I gotta focus on myself a little bit more. Try to repair some things that need fixing. You know, that's such a hard question to answer because it's different for everybody. You know, somebody might be depressed about something physically, and some people, more in my personal experience, might be depressed because their brain just isn't wired correctly. Sometimes it's not sparking, you know. Because, you know, sometimes I think to myself, why do I get in these depressive moods when I have money, I have a good woman, I have a good family, I have a good career, I have everything I ever wanted, right? I had nothing, and I got everything, and I still got this void. So, you know, sometimes I think, you know, maybe it's just some chemicals in my brain that I gotta, you know, figure out how to put them back together, you know? So you just gotta love yourself. As cliche as it sounds, man, you just gotta sit there and fucking love yourself. Cause it's all you got. All you got is yourself, really, at the end of the day. Like, I was curious with drugs. I was always curious with drugs. That's why, like, I tried a couple of drugs, but, you know, it just wasn't for me, and it wasn't making me feel good. And in a weird way, I almost, you know, in a weird way, I almost felt like envious of people that were able to like partake in drugs, because, you know, I'm like, you know, I would like to feel what these guys are feeling, and it's like I'm kind of like chasing a high that I can't really obtain, because I know everyone's wired differently, and the way my brain is wired is just like, can't do drugs. If I do drugs, I just start freaking out. You know, I would almost get like envious of people that could like sit down on a couch and just feel nothing, because sometimes we just want to feel nothing and be numb, but it just wasn't for me. But, you know, I got over that, you know, because I've seen drugs do bad things to good people. So, you know, I'm in a way, I'm happy that I'm not able to do that. LiL PEEP. We'll start with LiL PEEP, man. That guy radiated this energy that I have never felt with any other human being in my entire life. Just being around him, it just, I don't know what it was, but it was just, you feel it. You just feel good. And also you just feel kind of sad. You know, I've kind of felt a little sad for him, because I knew he was going through a lot, you know, and I really related to him. He was like the first, every time I would have like a panic attack, I would be like, yo, bro, I'm having a panic attack. What the fuck do I do? He's like, dude, I feel you, bro. I'm always having those panic attacks. And we just talk and laugh about it, you know. He's a good guy. He makes amazing music, and he changed a lot of people's lives, man. That's how I feel about Pete, man. I just love him. And X, yeah, man, X was really making a positive change, bro. He was really trying to help people. He was like doing so much charity work. He was like on his way to go do some charity that weekend he passed. I gotta help these guys. I gotta help their name live on forever, for real. I feel like it's my obligation at this point, you know, especially with X, because X told me that I was like one of his inspirations coming up, you know, because like he looked up to me as an underground rapper, you know, and then he became who he was, and it's like then he passed. And that's like a hometown hero type shit. Like I'm from Dade County. That boy's from Broward County, across the way, you know. People don't like to hear that XXXTENTACION is he's our generation's Tupac. He is, and if you don't think so, you are completely wrong. He has a musical impact similar to Tupac's, right? He's changed people's lives. People are fucking miserable without him. They miss him dearly. He was shot and killed, and he is our generation's Tupac. And y'all can quote me on it if you think that's stupid and silly. It is what it is, man. It really is the truth. And same with Peep. Peep is going to live on for generations. They're going to do 50, 60 years from now, they're going to do documentaries on these guys, movies on these guys. Like, these guys are gonna be remembered forever, you know? My message to the youth off top is to be yourself. Try to love yourself. You know, I'm not gonna say love yourself. I'm gonna say try to love yourself because I know it's difficult. Keep pushing forward. Do not give up. You know, as all the cliches in the book, they're true, man. Don't give up. Keep pushing forward. You know, things will get better. There's light at the end of the tunnel. All that shit, you know? Just believe in those cliches because they're cliches for a reason, you know? So just keep pushing forward and be yourself.
MONTREALITY show.
I used to just only have one demographic, like weird kids listen to my music. Now you got pretty ass girls, weird kids, hood niggas. Everybody know it's like all it takes is for the masses to see. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm the king of the underground for sure.